United are your new leaders over in League One as they leapfrog the likes of Plymouth and Wycombe to go top of the pops. But will they still be there after the weekend? We'll take a little look next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video today. We look forward to match number 20 over at League One. Now, we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe to get your bang out today with all things League One related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. All here in a bloody car. That's right, of course. Who else gives you bloody predictions in a bloody car? Well, it's me alone, of course. Anyway, we'll look forward to the next round of matches. Of course, can Rotherham remain top of the pops? We'll have a look at it in a minute. Big shout out to my VIPs. Who are they? They're my bloody patrons, guys. My bloody patrons. Thank you for your loving behind the scenes. Of course, if you want to help us out, check out the link down below, patreon.com/Roverseas. But anyway, we're going to jump into the deep end, of course, recap the games that did take place this past midweek. And, of course, look forward to the weekend's action, which, of course, will be a very, very lively week. So let's get into it then, shall we? Of course, kicking back and, of course, looking at the results. Burton Albion did beat Accrington Stanley 4-0. Big win for them. Of course, Cambridge United and Wigan duked out to a 2-2 draw. 4 goals in that one as well. Gillingham did lose to Cheltenham 2-0 in the end. Morecambe picked up a 2-2 draw against high-flying informed Charlton, of course, who remain pretty savvy with, of course, Joshua Jackson or Johnny Jackson. Joshua Jackson is an actor. Johnny Jackson is the other fella. Of course, Ipswich did lose to Rotherham, of course, big win for them. Of course, Portsmouth look very, very good right now. They're up to 9th for the table, of course, in form right now. Oxford United, 3-1 win for them. Of course, Simon Grayson is no more at Fleetwood Town. Meanwhile, Plymouth Argyle did lose to Wycombe. Big win for them. Of course, Plymouth all the way down to 3rd now. Sheffield Wednesday did beat MK Dons. Big win for them. Get back in the thick of things into 5th in the table. Meanwhile, Shrewsbury and Sunderland duked out to a 1-1 draw as Sunderland dropped down to 6th right now. Meanwhile, Wimbledon picked up a 3-2 win over Crewe in the battle of the bottom boys, of course, and Bolton picked up a 3-2 win over Doncaster Rovers, of course. That's, of course, the situation in the picks. Let's take a look at the table. Of course, here it is. Of course, Rotherham lead the charge. Level on points, though, with Wycombe. I'll give you that. I played the game less, though, and I got a better goal difference as well. Plymouth down to 3rd. Wigan, Sheffield Wednesday, and Sunderland make up the power 6. A very, very tight league, of course. It could go anyway. And, of course, down the bottom is Crewe, Doncaster, Fleetwood, and Shrewsbury are in a bit of bother at the foot of the table. Let's take a look then at the prediction league. Here you come. Pennywise and DJC are your leaders. Well done to you guys. 7 out of 12 there. So well done indeed. But what about the grand scheme of things? Of course, the leaderboard. Have a look at it. Here it is. It's Iman Hussein. 101 points. DJC is in 2nd, and 37 is in 3rd as well. Of course, you can get involved with the next round of matches, of course, using the website Cutley/League One. So get in amongst it, get your picks in, and I'll see you on the other side. So let's get into it then. Of course, look at these next round matches, kicking all off with Bolton up against Cheltenham. Of course, now these games, for the most part, will take place on Saturday, November the 27th, of course. And they played each other, of course, 3 times since 2016, 1 win apiece and 1 draw. Of course, Bolton coming to this just 2 defeats, about 6 games, 58% form up against the Cheltenham side, unbeaten in the last 7 games, picking up 3 wins and 3 draws to boot. Of course, 75% form for them as well. Last time I played each other, of course, was in League 3. Of course, that was a 1-1 draw back in January 2021. League 3? Did I say League 3? I meant League 2. Oh, what am I talking about? I'm in a bloody car, guys. I'm in a bloody car. Last time, of course, Bolton picked up a 3-0 win over Doncaster. Cheltenham picked up a 2-0 win over Gillingham on this. Of course, look at the odds on this one. We have Bolton and Kashki 11-10 for the victory, 13-5 is your away win, and 12-5 is your draw. 2-0 win for Bolton on this one for me. Burton Albion, they're going to be taking on Doncaster Rovers, of course, over in Burton. And they've played each other 11 times since 2002. 5 wins, of course, to Doncaster, 2 wins to Burton, and 4 draws. Burton coming to this winning 3 and losing 3 of the last 6, 50% form up against the Doncaster side. Just 1 defeat the past 5 for them, 50% form as well. Of course, coming at you, though, last round in Burton was a 3-1 win for Doncaster back in December 2020. Of course, Burton picked up a 4-0 win over Accrington. Of course, Doncaster picked up a 3-0 loss against Bolton. Look at the odds here. 2017 on is your Burton, 65 is your away win. That's Doncaster, 35 is your draw. 2-1 win for me, for Burton on this. Cambridge will take on Sunderland, of course, who are struggling at the moment. They're stuttering. They played each other, of course, 0 times. It'll be the first time that they locked horns. Cambridge coming to this just 1 win and 6 to them, 33% form up against the Sunderland side. Just 1 win and 6 as well. In fact, back-to-back games though without a defeat. 25% form for them at the moment. Of course, Cambridge picked up a 2-2 draw against Wigan. Last round, Sunderland picked up a 1-1 draw against Shrewsbury. Last round, look at the odds on this one. Cambridge coming at you. 14-5 for the victory. 2019 on is your Sunderland, and 13-5 is your draw. Sunderland favourites. Going to go with a 2-1 win for the Mackhams on this one. Gillingham, they will take on Pompey, of course, who are also in form right now. Of course, they played each other 18 times since the year 2000. 5 wins to Gillingham, 7 wins to Pompey, and 6 draws. Gillingham coming to leaders without having at least 6 matches. Of course, 25% form up against the Pompey side, who haven't lost in the last 8, picking up 5 wins on the bounce, 92% form. They are the team to avoid right now. Of course, last time around in Gillingham was a 2-0 win for Pompey. Of course, that was back in October 2020. Gillingham picked up a 2-0 loss against Cheltenham last round. Pompey picked up a 3-0 win over Lincoln last round. Of course, they look the real deal now, don't they? 16-5 is Gillingham. 2017 is your away win. 13-5 is your draw. 2-0 win for Pompey on this one. Another clean sheet in my eyes. Morecambe over against Milton Keynes Dons in the Battle of the M's. Played to the 4 times since 2007. 1 win for Morecambe, 2 wins for MK, and of course 1 draw. Of course, Morecambe competition just 1 defeated past 4 for them, 42% form up against the MK Dons side, just 1 win in 3 for them, 58% form. Last time around in Morecambe was a 4-2 win for Morecambe. That was in League 2 back in March 2019. Morecambe coming to us on the back of a 2-2 draw against Charlton. MK Dons picked up 2-1 loss against Sheffield Wednesday. Look at the odds on this one. We have Morecambe 13-5 for the victory. Even Stevens is your MK Dons, and 13-5 is your draw. 3-1 win though for MK Dons for me on this. Ipswich Town will take on Crewe Alexandra, of course, at Portman Road. This is on Sunday, November the 28th. Played to the 15 times in 1997. 10 wins to Ipswich, 2 wins to Crewe, and 3 draws. Of course, back-to-back defeats for Ipswich at the moment. A bit of a struggle for them right now. Up against a Crewe side, 2 wins and 2 defeats in the past 4 games. 42% form, of course. Last time around in Portman Road was a 1-win for Ipswich back in October 2020. Ipswich coming to us on the back of that loss against Rotherham. Of course, Crewe did lose to Wimbledon last time around. Of course, look at the odds on this one. 9-4 on is, of course, your Ipswich red hot favourite. 6-1 is your away win. That's Crewe, and 7-2 is your draw. 2-0 win for me for Ipswich on this. Next up, we've got Lincoln City. They're going up against Accrington Stanley over in Lincoln. Of course, played each other 19 times. It turned 6, 10 wins to Lincoln, 5 wins to Accrington, and 4 draws, of course. Lincoln coming to us just 1 defeat past 6, 58% form up against the Accrington side. Just 1 win in 6 for them, 25% form as well. Of course, Lincoln did draw with Accrington Stanley 2-2 back in February 2021 last round, of course. Lincoln coming into us on the back of that loss to Pompey, of course. Meanwhile, Burton picked up a win over Accrington last round. Look at the odds on this one. Lincoln are actually 11-10 on for the victory. 14-5 is your away win, and of course 11-4 is your draw. 2-0 win for Lincoln on this one. Another 3 points in the bag. Oxford United taking on Rotherham, of course. Battle of the Zingers right here. Of course, played each other 11 times since 2010. Of course, 4 wins to Oxford, 6 wins to Rotherham, and 1 draw. Oxford coming to just 1 defeat past 6, 16% form up against the Rotherham side, who are unbeaten in the last 6 as well, picking up 5 wins in the past 6, 92% form as well. Of course, coming at you last round at the Kazan was a 3-1 win for Rotherham back in January 2020. Oxford coming to us on the back of a 3-1 win over Fleetwood. Of course, Rotherham picked up a 2-0 win over Ipswich. Look at the situation in the bookies on this one. We have coming at you Oxford coming at you 23-10 for the victory. 11-10 is your Rotherham. They are your favourites. 5-2 is your draw. 1-1 for me though on this one. Of course, we'll see what happens with them if they remain top of the pops. Next, of course, Plymouth up against Wigan. Another battle at the tip of the top there. Of course, sometimes they play each other since 2003. 2 wins for Plymouth, 4 wins for Wigan, 1 draw. Of course, Plymouth back-to-back defeats for them. 58% form up against the Wigan side. Unbeaten in the last 6 games, at least 4 wins and 2 draws. 83% form for Wigan at the moment. Of course, last time played at Plymouth was a 2-0 win for Wigan back in March 2021. Plymouth coming to us on the back of that loss against Wycombe. Meanwhile, Wigan picking up a 2-2 draw against Cambridge. Fleetwood, Fleetwood. Plymouth coming to us 50-8 for the victory. 29-20 is your away win, and 12-5 is your draw. 2-2 again. Cannot call it myself on this one. Sheffield Wednesday, they'll be taking on Wycombe Wanderers over at Hillsborough. Of course, now these two sides have played each other 6 times since 2003. 4 wins to Sheffield Wednesday, 1 win from Wycombe, and 1 draw. Of course, Wednesday coming to just 1 defeat the past 6, 67% form up against the Wycombe side. Back-to-back defeats for them, back-to-back wins, 42% form for them as well. And last time I played each other at Hillsborough was a 2-0 win for Sheffield Wednesday. The away side hasn't won this game since Wednesday beat Wycombe back in 2011. Of course, Wednesday coming to this on the back of a 2-1 win over MK Dons. Of course, Wycombe picked up a 3-0 win over Plymouth last time. Look at the odds on this one. 5-4 is your Sheffield Wednesday. 20-10 is your away win, and 5-2 is your draw. 2-1 for me for Wednesday on this. Into the final 2 now. We have Shrewsbury Town now, shall we? Up against Charlton Athletic, who are still flying high. Played each other 11 times since 2010. 5 wins for Shrewsbury, 4 wins for Charlton, and 2 draws, of course. Shrewsbury just 1 win in 5 for them, 50% form up against the Charlton side. Just 1 defeat, about 6 games for them, 67% form as well. Last round in Shrewsbury was a 1-1 draw back in December 2020. Of course, Shrewsbury coming to this on the back of a draw against Sunderland. Charlton picked up a draw against Morecambe last round. Look at the odds on this one. Shrewsbury 20-10 for the victory, 30-10 is your Charlton, and 12-5 is your draw. 2-0 win for Charlton on this one. Back to winning ways, and of course back with a push for the playoffs. And then finally we have Wimbledon. They're going to be taking on a Fleetwood Town. Of course, managerless Fleetwood Town. Of course, according to my eyes, Stephen Craney has been appointed as manager. Of course, played each other 19 times since 2011. 8 wins for Wimbledon, 6 wins for Fleetwood, and 5 draws. Of course, 2 wins out of 4 for Fleetwood coming in. 2 wins out of 4 for Wimbledon. 32% form up against the Fleetwood side, who haven't won the last 8. They come into 8% form. Of course, last time in Wimbledon was a 1-win for Fleetwood. That was back in April 2021. Wimbledon picked up a 3-2 win over Crewe. Fleetwood did lose to Oxford last round and cost the man his job. Look at the odds on this one. 20-20 is your Wimbledon, 13-5 is your away win, and 5-2 is your draw. Going to go with a 1-0 win on this one for Wimbledon on this to take it to the house. So that, my friends, is my picks for League One. Of course, this week, make sure you get your own picks in. using the Cutley/League One link to get in amongst it. And of course, I'll see you next time around. And of course, I don't think it might be FA Cup week next week, so we'll have to announce the winner of the predictor of the month in a little bit later. But until then, guys, that is all I've got for you. Be sure to give the video some love, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, check the links down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, of course, Patreon as well. But until then, guys, I'll see you soon for the next one, whenever that is. Until then, be safe. I'm out.